to get two. We'll start. What's up, bro? All right, I got two. All right. So for the people that's in here that seen, what's up, man? That seen the title of my video and the title of my live, it's gonna be a little different. What's up, A? And what I want to talk about was that as a man, you should not follow any man. You should follow your experience. And what I mean by that is, I know the only way that anyone comes to the understanding or seeks the red pill, MGTOW, whatever you want to call it, it's frozen. What's frozen? Is that you have to experience a high level of trauma, a high level of pain. You have to be dealing with some post-traumatic stress from the situation that you were in. And what it will do, and this is just my opinion, so don't follow me or don't listen to me. Just if you want to listen to here, I'm just giving my experience. And through experiencing pain and trauma, it will cause you to look for reasons why that happened to you. And you're going to look for answers for the reason that the things happen in your experience and stuff like that. And the thing about it is, when you're looking for stuff due to pain, you will try to grip on anything and anyone who will give you the answer that you're looking for, that will try to somehow try to alleviate the pain and the trauma that you're going through. But what you need to understand is that everybody that's on YouTube, everybody that you listen to, everybody that you subscribe to, everybody that you talk to about this kind of stuff, they all sharing their own experience with you. And it's not your experience. And I've even seen myself try to do things that wasn't part of my experience, and listen to things that wasn't part of my experience. And that's why I gotta say that, as a man, if you want to say you're going your own way or whatever you want to do, you got to realize that, like, you shouldn't be following anyone. You could listen to people, you could take suggestions from people, you can, talk to people, but as far as like following someone else, I would never suggest that. Like, I see people on here who call themselves coaches and all this kind of stuff. And, if you want to, be coached by another man on how to live your life, you might want to look at, you might want to look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself some questions about why would you need to be coached in life? And why would you need someone to try to tell you how you should live your life? Because my life has been molded. My mind has been molded. My psyche has been molded. Even my subconscious have been molded by the experience that I've had so far, and I can only have the experience that I have. And that's why I never try to tell anybody what they should do, where they should go, how they should do it, or anything like that. All I do is share my experience and what I've seen out here and try to tell the truth about what I've seen and let people make their own decisions about how they want to go forward in the avenue of life. Because I think the goal in life for anybody is to attain happiness and to pursue happiness. And what will bring me happiness, and what will bring me fulfillment may not bring someone else fulfillment and happiness. And I understand that. So that's why I'm never going to tell anybody what they should do, what they shouldn't do. I just tell people what I see, and then I let them make an educated guess and decision. You know, I'm not a guru. I'm not anybody special. I'm not a leader. I'm not I'm not someone to be given instructions. I ain't a coach. I ain't nothing like that. I'm just a guy who has lived a pretty um, abstract life, who has a lot of life experience under his belt, who has experienced a lot of things, ups and downs, goods and bad, who has made bad decisions, good decisions. And I'm trying to make sense out of all of it now. And, you know, I've tried, basically listening to some people and doing some things for some people. And, you know, if you're out there and you're doing that, that's fine. I understand, because you're looking for answers, man. You're looking for an answer for what happened to you, a reason for what happened to you, and you're going to be trying things and experiencing things. But what you need to understand is, if it doesn't work, let it go. And don't feel bad about it, because what works for one man ain't going to work for another man. And what one man's trying to achieve and trying to attain, what one man's trying to achieve and trying to attain ain't going to be the same thing as what another man's trying to achieve and try to attain. You know, and when it comes to females and the opposite sex, you know, everybody's experience has been different on that front too. So you have to realize and understand that I can never get these comments to come in the right place for some strange reason. I don't know why. No. So everybody is going to come at it from a different angle, you know. So don't feel bad if you are still pursuing women, if you still dealing with women, if you still doing all of that kind of stuff, because in all actuality, man, you got to go your own way and figure your own self out. You know, like if you watch Training Day, that's one of my favorite movies of all time. And Denzel Washington was at the end of the movie, he had the little guy with him, and he was trying to get people to kill the little white guy that was trying to turn him in, that he tried to kill. And, you know, he was like, somebody put a hole in this fool, all this kind of shit. And then, you know, the dudes in the hood said, you got to put your own work in around here. And that's what I want to tell people, is like, you're responsible for your own life. Nobody else is responsible for your life. You are responsible for your life. If you choose to go out there and do what you want to do and handle your business and deal with women and do all that kind of stuff, that's on you. If you want to, you know, do whatever makes you happy, and whatever fulfills your life. Everybody's going to be different. And that's what I mean when I say, you know, don't follow nobody, because what works for me might not work for you. What works for him might not work for me. And you have to understand that we're all in different times in our journey, man. Like, this is a journey. This life shit is a fucking journey. And like, there's no right or wrong way to go about it. There is no I'm sorry, fellas, I can't see this stuff that's on the board. I don't really know. Anybody have an idea how I could kick this shit off to the side? Shit's always halfway. The little chat bar. How could I kick the chat bar over so I can see what people are saying? I don't know, man. It's always cut off. Let's see. I don't know. Oh, if anybody has any way where I could turn the chat bar to the side and see what people are saying so I could comment on it, please tell me. But like I was saying, pain causes you to look for answers, man. And, one thing you got to realize is your answer is going to be different than what my answer is going to be. And somebody else's answer is going to be different than what your answer is going to be. So there is no right or wrong way to go about living your life, man. Sit back, look over your experience, look over your life, and realize what happened, what your life is like now. What I can't see, I can only see half of the screen. I can't see the rest. If anybody knows how I can switch it up, tell me. But because they say experience is the greatest teacher. And my experience is what has molded me. And that's why, I just continue living, because I never know what's coming down the pipe, and none of us know what's coming down the pipe. And all we have to teach us is our experience. And I do know experience is the greatest teacher, because if I never experienced the things that I experienced and never went through the things that I went through in my life, I would never be the person I am today. I would never have the knowledge that I have today. I would never have the understanding, because if I just had the knowledge and didn't have the experience, I wouldn't have the wisdom, and the wisdom is like, when you get yourself in situations with people, you're going to know how to maneuver better, because you're going to be able to see people's motivations and see how people move. And, it understood, like my experience so far has molded me into the direction of not being attached to people, and not being attached to outcomes, and not being attached to things outside of myself to identify myself with. Because I understand, like, in all actuality, man, I don't have no control over nothing but myself. And when I got to a point in my life through pain and through hurt and through my experience, that I realized that I was putting too much stock in people. I was putting too much faith in something outside of me. I was holding on to things that weren't really who I was, but I identified myself as. And then when the traumatic experiences happen and the losses happen, and the traumatic experiences happened, it made me realize that it wasn't so much the people or the situations that caused me harm. It was the attachment to the person or to the outcome or to the experiences what caused me harm. And I don't think as people are so codependent, and I was so codependent that when something would leave, my life or wouldn't go in the direction that I wanted it to go in, then it would cause me pain, and remorse and hurt and sadness and depression. But I came to realize that the reason why that was happening to me is because of the expectations that I would put on others or on myself, because I got to a point in my life where, I became a perfectionist, because my background is I messed my life up and I made so many mistakes in my life that I tried to come into the next life that was given unto me as a perfectionist, looking for perfection in others, looking for perfection in myself, being hard on myself, putting unrealistic expectations on others and on myself. And I would always be disappointed in the outcome, and that's only been through my experience, because what I understand is human beings are imperfect creatures, man. And they could never live up to my expectations are up to, I could never live up to most people's expectations. So I lower my expectations on people. I don't take things personally anymore. And I would ask anyone to, you know, look at their experience so far and understand that we all fallible, man. Like, I'm a fallible person, and I know every other person walking around is fallible, and we all in a fallen state from wherever we came from to where we at now. And once I stopped looking to others, whether it be men, women, people around me, for validation, and started validating myself and realizing my worth as a person and all the things that I've overcome, all the things that I've been through, all the things that, you know, I survived, I realized that no matter what goes on in my life, I'm gonna be all right. And that's the one thing I want to tell people. That's the one thing I want to tell people, is that you will be okay. You will survive. Whatever you're going through right now, whatever your experience has been, whatever trauma that you're dealing with, whatever pain you're going through, whatever you're trying to overcome in your life, it will pass. You will overcome it, and you will move on with your life. Or your other option is you can end it now and have to go through whatever's going to come with doing that. And, you know, I wouldn't want to experience that, because I have a personal experience of someone close to me committing suicide, and I understand what it does to the people that's left behind, you know. So I never took that step, no matter how painful things got. And no matter how hard things got for me, I never found it necessary to take my life or to go back to live the life I was living before I got a chance to relive my new life. You know, I didn't fold up, I didn't break, I didn't bend, I didn't go do dope, I didn't go drink, I didn't, you know, do any of those things to try to run from what was going on. I dealt with reality head on, and I still deal with reality head on every day. I don't have no buffers. I don't have no, you know, nothing to get away from reality. So I'm trying to find a balance and a fine line of still caring about things in life, but not being obsessed about things in life, you know, because I think everything's a balance. Because I know as a man, and with the stuff that's going on in my life and everything like that, I could get to a point where I just don't give a fuck about nothing. I don't care about what happens and stuff like that. But I know that that's not a good thing in the world that I live in, and in the circle of people that I run in. You know, just not caring about nothing is not a good thing. So I got to find that balance of not caring, but also, you know, putting my best foot forward and doing the best that I can, because I still have to live on this earth as long as I'm here. And as long as I'm here, I should try to make my life the best life that I could possibly make it. So, you know, I just been kind of sitting back and trying to alleviate worry. Because like I said, man, I haven't been working a whole lot. Haven't been making a whole lot of money. I got more bills now that I've, you know, came on my own and stuff like that. Some days, man, it's hard, because I wake up looking for answers, and, you know, I don't really get any. But I just make it through that day, and I wake up the next day, and I try to do the best I can to make my life the best I can, you know. And I do have knowledge and experience from my life so far, that I've been here for 37, almost 38 years, that I will make it through anything that I got to make it through. You know, because I made it through everything so far. I mean, I made it through prison. I made it through the streets. I made it through drug addiction. I made it through relationships. I made it through everything that, you know, I made it through death in my family. I made it through, you know, people abandoning me, friends disappearing on me, people cutting my throat, doing all this kind of stuff. And I made it through all of it. And basically, I made it through all of it on my own. I mean, I had people around me. I would love to see. Man, bro, I cannot see. cannot see. Cannot see these comments, man. I don't know what's going on, bro. I know I had got it there the other day. Let's see. What are your long-term plans and goals for the new year? I'm guessing that's what it says. I mean, my long-term plans are to, I would like to maintain. Yeah, you have to go through it. You have no choice. Absolutely right. I can't see some of y'all comments, bro, so I might be paraphrasing what I think y'all saying. But my long-term plans are to build my business as good as I can, maintain through the hard times in the beginning until I build it up into something successful. Learn how to become more financially responsible. I mean, I don't spend a lot of money now, and luckily for me, that kind of saved me with this new stuff I got going on. But I would just like to become, you know, a successful businessman who can make a comfortable life for himself and can retire at a not too old of an age and not have to work too hard in the future, and be able to travel and see things I've always wanted to see and do things I always want to do when I get older. You know, I enjoy speaking. I get to speak at different engagements, and I get to speak at different places. You know, I enjoy helping people. I enjoy helping people overcome their drug addiction. And I enjoy, you know, speaking to young guys about, you know, the condition of the world that we live in, and help them to see through their problems and see what's really going on instead of what they can see, you know, and to not take responsibility for somebody else's actions, and to not take responsibility for what someone else is doing, but to ultimately take responsibility for themselves, and to, you know, learn how to have boundaries with people. And then even with me, learn how to have boundaries with people, you know, and not let people, you know, take advantage of my goodness or run over me or whatever. So basically, man, I'm just trying to become the best version of myself I possibly can, to continue to grow, to continue to get better in everything that I do. I would like to become more physically healthy. I'd like to get back into the gym. I mean, I stopped eating meat about 3 weeks ago. So I just want to get my body, my mind, and my spirit in balance with each other, man, and get my finances in a place where I'm comfortable, and have a lot of work, man, and be able to master my craft and become as successful as I can with my craft. That luckily for me, I was taught, you know, through my father how to work, and I was given a trade. So that's my plans for the future. Other than that, just live my life one day at a time, and do whatever's put in front of me and try to make a good decision. That's about it, man. Other than that, probably keep making videos on how I feel and what I'm going through, and keep talking to my friends and try to be a better friend, better man, better brother to my siblings, a better, you know, son to my mother, and, you know, just keep it pushing, man. Because I got a lot of firsts going on in my life. Like, this is the first time since I was a young man I've lived all the way on my own, autonomously, without living with a woman, a roommate, a friend, or whatever, you know, and just learning how to be by myself, and learning how to be alone, and learning how to be okay with being alone. And I could tap into my prison experience to remind myself of how it was to be alone, but that was involuntary. And it's voluntary because I'm not the kind of person, what's up, Make Child Save? I'm not the kind of person that is on here with the talk I talk in the lingo and everything like that, who is an involuntarily celibate person, or can't get a girlfriend, or can't get a woman, or can't have women, or whatever. Like, I'm at the arena that I'm in my life because I choose to be here. Because if I wanted girlfriends, I could have more than one girlfriend. I could have you know, basically when it comes to women, whatever's in reason for me to deal with, I could have, because I walked away from women. It's not like I'm on this journey that I'm on right now, like involuntarily. I chose to walk and chose a path that normal men fear, because from what I see around me, man, normal men are just afraid to be by themselves. They're afraid of not being in the company of a woman. They feel like they're going to die. And that's what got the situation out here like it is right now, is that these men are so afraid of being alone that they'll stay with people no matter how much they're abusing them. I can't see, man. It's aggravating. All right, I got it. All right, I got it. All right, don't tell him, then we can't slander him. Okay, I'm going up. I'm going to go up further. I've been talking a while. All right, let's see. So first of all, shout out Bolton Lad. He's always on here. Dude is a super supporter. Super unknown 65. What's up, bro? I don't think I ever seen you on here, but it looks like a black hole on you. Think that's awesome. A Crumpler, my dude. What's up, bro? Fat Guy No More, my man. Trent, what's up, bro? I'll catch this later. When you say to yourself, I've seen that before. Yep. What up, Tiger? Trent just got notification coincidentally on phone with my 19-year-old and just informed me he has both his ears pierced. Now that's awesome. He's probably going to end up with some gauges. The main reason most men need directions because lack of instruction. Dion Covington, what's up, bro? Calling bullshit. Most guys are all telling the same story, never met each other. Details are different. Yep. Kick what? Check. All right, I got it. What if the advice comes from higher? Yeah, I believe it can. I believe the universe talks to you. It's not that simple. People have been conditioned to think and react a particular way. What up, Eric on the hike? Trent No Spoons coat. Let's see. The journey isn't far. You only have to go within. War ready. Make Tile Savior. What's up, bro? I know I missed your phone call, man. I'm sorry about that, bro. I'm gonna get back with you soon, my brother. I love you to death. How you feel is what your mind dictates. What if your mind is a liar? Yeah, that's deep. I don't know. Glad to see you bring back on the truth. I got a lady now. She knows I'm the boss. It's actually cool. Been knowing her my whole life, but I don't play. I just do what the fuck I want, but I'm single. I just roll with her like home. Yeah, bro. And I think that's, if you're going to do it, Eric, I think that's the way. Let me see. Yeah, what if your mind is a liar? Eric, yeah, bro, I understand that, man. And I think that's a good way to start things out if you're going to deal with somebody, because when you start putting pressure and titles on things and everything, it always messes everything up. If you start living with somebody, if you start, being with them all the time, and then, jealousy and envy and, control and all that kicks in, bro, it always messes everything up. And neither party really wants that, because once you commit to someone on both ends, men and women, once they commit to each other, it's like that's whenever all the drama starts, man. Because then you start worrying about what this person's doing, and you want to spend all your time with them, and then you feel slighted if you don't get time with them, and they feel slighted if, and then the paranoia kicks in and the drama, and it's just like that's when things get really out of control. So, I've done that before and I suffered the consequences from it. So now I try to just move in a direction when dealing with women of, just taking the shit one. What's up? 1111133. Yeah, I seen it, man. Yeah, I mean, your mind being a liar, I fully understand that. Because my mind lies to me all the time. But, through my experience and through my yeah, it's all good, bro. Appreciate you, man. Through my experience, it has what kind of have given me the idea of when to trust my mind and when to not trust my mind, and when to know it's lying to me and when to know it's not lying to me. Because like my experience is, man, like I'm 37 years old, man. I don't want to not deal with women. I don't want to not talk to women. I think women are beautiful. I still love women. I just understand them now. you know, and I think that that's a big part of coming to terms with the reality of the world we live in. I'm not a person that wants to come be a monk. I'm not the kind of person that wants to, you know, not be in the company of women. Or I still think women are beautiful. I like the way they make me feel. I like the way they smell. I like the way, you know, they touch. I like a woman's touch. I like the way I like the way that they made. You know, when you expect nothing from people and embrace the good and bad, you kind of gain. Yeah, exactly, bro. That's what I do now. Like, I know everybody got a good and a bad side, just like me. You know, I understand that. It's just when it gets to the point, how could I say this, Tiger? Um, I don't mind people making mistakes. I don't mind dealing with people who, you know, whose humanness comes out from time to time. But the one thing I don't like dealing with is somebody who blatantly disrespects me. Because I walk around and I respect everyone as a human being. I try to put my best foot forward, whether it's dealing with men or women. But when it comes to the point of outright disrespect, that's the point that I can't accept. I can't accept someone, you know, lying to me and bold face, you know, playing me, and I just can't deal with that. You know, I can't deal with just don't say you love everybody as a man, because you have to know when they get your sword out and taste. Yeah, definitely. You know, and it's kind of like I just ask in any relationship that I deal with, you know, whether it be friendship, intimate relationship, or whatever. I just ask that someone bring to the table the same thing I bring to the table. I'm not going to disrespect you. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to hustle you. I'm not going to play you. I'm not going to manipulate you. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. And I ask you just to keep it a buck with me. And if you can't do that, then I understand. It's cool, but we're just not going to deal with each other and let the chips fall as they may. Because I walked away from friendships. I walked away from relationships. I've walked away from jobs. I've walked away from, you know, things that I thought were going to. I look at women as if they are my sister. I can't fuck my sister. It makes life much less complicated. I get that. I understand. And I respect that. I tip my hat off to you. And I say, you know, if that's where you at in your experience in your life, I tip my hat off to you. That's not where I'm at this moment in my life. I still and I keep my billions of tadpole. Yeah, that's good, bro. I understand that. That's a good thing, man. And that's where you at. And that's like I say, that's why nobody should follow nobody, and nobody should go against what they experience and what their motivations in life are. You know, I may get there one day to where I'm to a point in my life where I don't look at women sexually no more. But, you know, I can't help the fact that when I'm walking in Walmart and I see a beautiful woman, I instantaneously get a rush of chemicals going through my body, and I think very, very, you know, explicit things about her. So, you know, and sometimes I get to do those explicit things. I love myself too much to love it. Yeah, I know that's good, my brother. I really believe you do, because I know you personally, and I believe that you really are what you say you are, and you really do what you say you do. And like I say, man, I'm still in my journey of finding myself and finding the truth. And shit, man, I'm excited about it. I'm happy about where I'm at. I'm not worried about much. Just trying to figure out this job thing and this career thing and this business thing. And I truly believe that, you know, the answers will come when it's time for them to come, and the realizations and the revelations will come too. So I just wanted to come on here for a little while and say some things that were on my mind, to just let people know it's okay to be where they're at. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay, because that's what life's all about. And when it comes to life, my best teacher has been my experience, and the experience that I'm experiencing right now is here to teach me something. And it's up to me if I want to learn the lesson, because I could go through the same thing. Oh, I'm going to go through what I got to go through till I learn what I need to learn. Yeah, no leaders external to themselves. Exactly. And if I got to go through something over and over and over again to finally learn the lesson, well, that just has been a teacher for me. And I had needed a little bit more time in the classroom to learn, because some things I learn fast, but some things that take a while for me to learn. Like, even though something feels good doesn't mean it's good for me, So it's all about growing up. I'm growing up. I hope you guys out there are staying strong, taking care of yourselves, taking care of the ones you love, and doing the best that you can to be the best that you can. And I'm just glad y'all was on here with me to let me express my thoughts and my feelings, and let y'all know where I'm at. Hopefully it helped. If not, I understand, but I appreciate y'all tuning in. And that's all I got.